Welcome to Your 1%, the unique chat show on voicesandviews.com. People who love swimming say the water is your friend. Don't fight it. Just share the same spirit and it will help you move. Water is her element. Chlorine is her perfume. Winning gold and silver at swimming events is her habit. Meet Snehal Bhal, a trainer in Aqua Fitness, a form of exercise still new in India. Hello Snehal, it's great to have you here. Tell me Snehal, how old were you when you were pushed into the pool?
I was 3 years old when I was pushed into a pool by a friend of mine, like a typical, he thought it was a game and he pushed me into the pool. It's just that when I used to see my dad regularly swimming, it came very naturally to flap my hands and legs to come up on the surface. I did my formal training when I was in 5th standard. That was only basic level swimming, traveling from point A to B. It's just that recently, 6 years ago, after I got married, I used to fall sick very often because of weather changes and all that. And that's why I thought I should pick up a fitness activity or some activity to keep myself fit. So, and swimming came very naturally to me. So I said, let me start swimming, and it became part of my life. I used to do lap swimming on a regular basis. Post that, I said I need to take it to the next level. Everyday swimming, say 40 laps, 60 laps is not good enough. Can I improve my efficiency or stroke techniques? That's when I started taking formal training in terms of stroke correction. 3 years back, I actually got into competition level swimming. It actually came to me as a conversation with a colleague of mine wherein he mentioned, okay, so you do 40 laps in this much time and that's the length of the pool, so that means you swim 1 kilometer. So I was like, oh yeah, that fits the math. So I said, okay, 40 laps, I take this much time, can I reduce that time? Or can I increase the laps? I said, that can come only by taking formal training. And
so you hold a record of sorts, winning medals.
Yeah, actually, I started competition level swimming just 3 years ago. My first competition was a swimming marathon wherein I swam 5 kilometers in 1.5 hours. It's fairly easy for a lap swimmer to do that kind of distance because as a lap swimmer one has built that kind of endurance. It's just that mentally you have to be strong to do those 200 laps in one go. Post that I went on to do short distance events when I went to Rajkot and Hyderabad for national masters events. There I won gold medals and silver medals for freestyle and butterfly stroke. I represented Maharashtra there. One of the reasons why I started doing competition level swimming is because I also wanted to learn how to play water polo. It's one of the most demanding sports in the world. It's an extremely aggressive sport. And since it was related to water, I thought, what more? So other than swimming, can I do something else? So it was water polo that I started training for.
You are now an Aqua Fitness trainer. How did that come about?
As part of a regular water polo workout, we used to do a lot of endurance workouts in water. And that's when I realized, why can't a non-swimmer or person who's not into swimming at all, or even for that matter a lap swimmer, do these exercises for building endurance or strength training? I did my research and found out that it's a fairly popular format of fitness abroad. I went to Singapore to do my certification course in Aqua Fitness. These certification courses were available in Singapore. It's not available in India because this form of fitness hasn't picked up yet in India. So I went to Singapore to do my training while I was working, and since I was a swimmer, I could very well understand the water pressures, the techniques that I use, and grasp well this because despite of the fact that I was not into the fitness industry, I was into fitness for myself. So it was a different ball game altogether for me because then I was getting into training others for a certain form of exercise.
Snehal, if I've never learned to swim, but I have to exercise, can I join your classes?
Yeah, sure. It's a form of fitness wherein even, as I mentioned, even non-swimmers can very comfortably do it. It's very different from swimming because in swimming you reduce resistance, you're horizontal in water. When you say you improve in swimming techniques, that's what one works on, reducing resistance, improving efficiency. Whereas in Aqua Fitness, we create that resistance by being vertical in water, creating that resistance to use water properties to work out. So in Aqua Fitness, we basically use water properties such as buoyancy, 360-degree pressure that water offers, de-stressing properties of water, wherein water de-stresses you physically as well as mentally while one exercises. Typically, these are proper formal cardio and toning exercises that are otherwise done in land are done differently in water. Aqua Fitness is non-weight bearing exercises because in water 70% of one's body weight is taken care of. So it's just 30% of body weight that one needs to carry to do various forms of exercises. It can be done by all the age groups, whether one is recovering from any injury or some surgery, to building some kind of stamina or endurance, or to increase fitness levels. For example, I have a member with me who came to me for the first demo class, and she said, I always wanted to learn swimming and never happened to get into the pool because of my conservative family, and that's one of the reasons that I made sure that my kids learned how to swim at an early age. She was in her 50s and she said, I'm very scared of water, never got into the pool, and can I do these exercises? I told her yes, because these can be very comfortably done in water. Unfortunately, she had a slip disc problem, she had a knee injury. So this water being an extremely comfortable medium, because of its buoyancy, it makes sure there aren't any jerks on the joints. It made it very comfortable for her to do these forms of exercise. For example, when you do some arm toning exercises or legs workout, you might feel the muscles are tired or stressed out for that moment, but water immediately within few minutes will de-stress you. So after the exercises, it's not like you have finished one tiring 1 hour session of hardcore workout. It's a far more refreshing experience once you finish this vigorous form of workout.
Snehal, we all have concerns about the maintenance of swimming pools, the hygiene factor, the level of chlorine and what it does to your hair and to your skin. Can you clarify a bit on that?
Typically, we being in Bombay, nowadays most of the pools are very well maintained. The chlorine levels are under control. There are authorities who make sure that the chemical levels are at the right level. The only issue people typically have is the tanning issue. But we ensure that our classes are mostly early mornings or late in the evenings, because it's just the sun and the chlorine that causes tanning.
What is the response to your classes? Tell me about your students who come.
They're typically kind of people who wanted to try a new form of fitness. They're bored of going to gyms or doing group activities and stuff like that. People who want to do outdoor activities, like they are into walking, jogging or cycling and stuff like that and are bored with it. Or people who are of older age group who have some knee problems and can't do any other form of workout. Or people who are recovering from their surgeries or injuries. So it's a huge mix of people who try out this form of fitness and get addicted to it. So I have had members who've been with me for 1.5 years and would not miss a class for anything on planet Earth. So the most attractive thing about it is that it is done in water, and who doesn't like working out in water, whether it's a swimmer, non-swimmer. I've had people who would come for the class the first time and would be people who have hydrophobia, who are very scared of water, and would stand very close to me when they start the class. But as they get comfortable, they will be ready to go in deep waters and do exercises. For Aqua Fitness, we use various forms of equipments like aqua noodles or various flotation devices like aqua belts or aqua dumbbells to do workout. These kind of equipments basically increase the resistance that water offers, increases the surface area that is exposed while exercising. This response has been extremely good in terms of people loving the format of fitness. Also, most importantly, as we know, people pick up some form of activity and leave it in between. It's like a donation given to a gym or some club. But since people enjoy it so much, it's fun yet it's rigorous, people have stuck with this form of fitness, and that's extremely encouraging as a trainer. To conduct these classes, I have tied up with Bombay Gymkhana in South Mumbai, in Celebrations Club at Lokhandwala and the club in Andheri. I've also tied up with Goregaon Sports Club in Goregaon.
Snehal, you held a senior position in the corporate sector. How and when did you decide to take this plunge into the pool? And what did your family say about it?
In fact, my family was very skeptical about me leaving a high-paying job in the corporate world, a steady job, and take this up full-time because they weren't sure as to how I'm going to go about it. It's fairly different ball game as compared to working in a corporate to working on your own, and that too in a tangential industry that is from banking to fitness. It took a lot of effort from my side to convince them to quit a high-paying job as a associate VP in HSBC and MNC bank and take this up, leaving those AC cozy offices and getting onto the pools, those sweaty workouts, and being there, giving you 100% during that 1 hour that you take the workout. Fairly the journey has been slightly difficult, but I have coped up thanks to the family support as well. Now that they realize that the passion was there. I initially started it as a weekend activity wherein I used to work, and parallelly on weekends I used to take these classes. When I started seeing the response, I thought that I can take this up full time. That's when I quit my job and started doing Aqua Fitness as a professional.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Do you think Aqua Fitness is going to catch on in India?
As you know, the awareness of fitness is increasing. Overall, people have started spending more for getting fitter, like spending at the gyms for group activities, doing outdoor activities and stuff like that. Also, the accessibility to swimming pools is increasing. It's fairly a different concept because neither am I into fitness, wherein I'm as a group activity trainer, nor am I into swimming training, wherein I'm at the pool. I'm somewhere in between, wherein I'm doing fitness activities at the pool or in the pool. So I see this concept catching up fairly soon because I've seen it for the last 1.5 years. The way people are getting addicted to it, the way people are seeing results in terms of toning or weight loss, or in terms of increasing their endurance. I see this concept catching up fairly soon. Talking about what will happen in next 5 years or what is my vision, I plan to start Aqua Fitness across India or even go abroad for that matter, because I want to make this the most popular form of fitness, because knowing people's experiences, how comfortable they are in water and how safe it is to work out in water. Also, I would like to start a training institute wherein I can train various trainers, have a whole host of trainers who can train people and take it to the next level. It gives immense satisfaction when members tell me about their stamina levels increasing, or they're fitting into old clothes, or losing in inches, or losing weight, or for that matter, recovering from their injuries or aches and pains. It helps in making this a popular format of fitness, because for people who've never gone into a pool or they have fear for water, comfortably doing these exercises in water. Additionally, most importantly, the fact that people are stuck to this format of fitness, unlike other forms where people just go for 1 or 2 months and just leave it at that and stop doing anything for themselves. So this is extremely encouraging that people stick to this format of fitness and find it extremely effective for good health. So as a swimming professional or as a fitness trainer or aqua fitness trainer, it really feels nice that I can reach out to so many people and show them the importance of fitness in their lives.
Snehal quit a corporate job to dive into a new career. She does not know yet how deep the water runs. She does not know yet if she has to swim against the current. She followed her passion. That needs courage. Look out of your window. Take a walk around the neighborhood. And if you meet someone who is quietly doing their 1% towards the community, towards society, write to us. Send us your messages and emails at voicesandviews@gmail.com. It's goodbye for now from Team BNV.